Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? Hydrate, damn you, Hanjo. Today we are in chat with Hanjo. You jerk.
I only did it 5 times.
Today we have in chat with us.
I
We
can do
have
it 100 more.
a Van Herk, we have a Hanjo, and we have a Buck. Hopefully everyone's able to pick up voices. Hopefully everything's going. I guess I'll take some sips. There.
There's so many flying bags of concrete.
5 drinks. 6 drinks, sorry.
I only did it 5 times.
There's,
At least I thought I only
there's
did it
6
five
because
times.
frickin' Buck
I
did an
threw
extra.
Buck.
Dick,
Hey,
What?
you
I
did an
didn't do
extra.
it. But that funny
Buck was
guy named Pod
first.
Smoker did that. I don't know who that guy is. Yeah.
So how's everyone doing in chat?
So what are you building?
At the moment,
Basic pocket chip? Oh,
yeah, basic pocket chip. The first iteration just had 3 extra small engines on it. This one's gonna have. If I can get the freaking controls down right.
I kind of want to see if I can make like a pocket ship that looks like a slip fighter from Andromeda.
That'd be kind of interesting.
no idea how that looks.
Van Herrick, you might be one of the few people that can get it done in a timely fashion. It's got a lot of curves.
Yeah, he can do curves well.
I seem to be having more problems lately. I don't know.
Problems.
has to do with the in and out of build mode rendering shit. Yeah. Bugs me so much. Especially when you're doing those, not following the numbers. Just
Warville?
the Orville is doable. Me and Philip talked about it.
It's gonna be cool to see him back. I see him streaming so long. Hey, Wraith.
Oops. Almost killed myself again.
That's nothing new.
Just another day in paradise.
Did you leave another
It's
hole in
like
the floor?
Brittany said, oops, I did it again.
No, I was trying to fill in the holes and extend. But I'm also out of concrete, so maybe it's a bad time.
Yeah.
I'm doing alright today. I think these engines should be relatively easy to get a hold of. I'm hoping most of these components will come. Do we know if someone gave me the list and I need to start? I think I have it saved somewhere. Like, does anyone know if the steel columns are still in the starter ships? Alright.
Fucking ass.
Link starter construct link list. Let's see what we got on here. It's pilot outpost. We got some ailerons. We got some armored windows. Bag plans, beds, benches. Some cables. Okay. Container hub. Compact ailerons, elevators. Elevators, shield, force fields. Hull decoration, interior doors. Plants, programming boards, relays, resurrections. Okay, there's 36 steel columns in it. Alright. Thank you very much, Wraith. Alright, so I should be okay. I know the S engines don't come in there, but that's okay. I'm sure Should be okay because you should be able to nanocraft it. Oh, so they'll at least get one. That's not bad. From the edge, and I'm thinking, we're 6 feet, you're so far down. This could actually be way faster than I want it to be. Because the standard version, the unshrunk version, actually moves like freaking crazy. So this could actually be very bad. Now my luck is gonna burn up. Oh wait, I gotta fix my adjusters. Twelve.
So how do you like?
a buck. He's just coffee.
Is it a wild buck?
It is a wild buck. It just like cross-legged on the ground, with coffee.
I made Hanjo's quarters. Wait till you guys see this. You're gonna like this.
What about Hanjo?
I made your quarters.
It's not Gucci. It's not Hanjo.
Better be a California king in that quarters.
I haven't got all the lights and all the furniture and stuff put in. I got the cabinets in the kitchen installed though. It's gonna be the living room.
Oh, I got a kitchen.
Yep, nice kitchen. Captain doesn't eat with the peasants.
DoorDash sign right over the island.
Captain doesn't eat with the peasants. Though he does work from home. Not done yet. So, office,
Nice.
captain's office, private bathroom, and then basically he gets 2 bathrooms. He gets an at-work bathroom, and then he gets. I mean, I could just make another bedroom, just close it off and make it an office with, have it a 2-bedroom house, a 2-bedroom. Here's the master bedroom. So I have more than enough room to actually make this even bigger. Like I can make this a really big bedroom, like a really big house. Make it like a 3 or 4 bedroom house. On this episode of Old House, we renovate the captain's quarters. Granite Jockey with the follow. Thank you for the follow, Granite Jockey. How was your day so far? Hopefully you're having a good day. Just trying to work on the Leviathan, get as much done as I can. Everyone in chat's super quiet tonight. I think they're all working on their own projects.
I'm pouring enough concrete to cover 20% of them at. And I actually am running out.
Jesus.
I'm on my last 23,000 bags for the evening.
I don't know why I'm making this so damn difficult on myself. You made an elevator script?
Bum, 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 bum.
And enter altitude, go to that altitude and stay there script. Very nice. I think the elevator is going to be taking another part, playing a big part in the post-release.
Especially if they're gonna limit build height.
Yep, with the light height getting limited. I think all the
I
major
know it's
builders
them
are.
trying to prevent Space Needles, don't get me wrong. Whether if they aggressively do it, it'll suck massively.
I appreciate them trying to get rid of those, but at the same time, they're causing things to be a bit more difficult for everyone else, for everyone.
Like if they leave the height under 2,500 for like Alia, that'll be cool.
That's gonna be very cool to see. Not.
Because a good cruise altitude's like 3,300 for me
Yep.
most of the time.
Yep.
Or keeping it like at 2,000, so they can have the AGG pad but not be fully in space.
Yep. That's what you'd think they would do is do it like that. Like AGG pad is definitely something people. Well, at least they gave you 1,000. Like they could have made it way worse and took out the AGG and they said like, oh, we'll just eliminate all the reasons why you would need to have a tower that tall.
Dude, if they
Getting many
removed
ideas.
AGG, I would laugh my ass.
It just would mean there would be a whole lot of unhappy people in the game, including myself. I don't use AGG a lot, but I used to, and I know what it's for. Like, I don't use it, but there are those that do.
Well, 124K is the limit of the altitude reported on planets. After that, you switch to the base biome.
Boom. There's a closet.
Hey, holy bud. How's it going?
What? Hey, Holy.
Can't hear him.
Hey guys,
Hey,
Oh, there
Holy.
he is. So yeah, you won a ship, bud.
I never win anything, man.
You gotta just come out to the sanctuary and grab it.
Sanctuary Moon?
Actually, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
Apparently, I missed the XVX meeting at 3 o'clock today.
Oh, after stream, if you want, I can go through it with you.
Sure.
I can give you the cliff notes, some of the things. We'll go through it in detail. Don't want to say too much on stream, but there are a few things we're going to be planning. A few people think we're going to be looking for a few people to help out with.
Yeah, I just need to know what. Is there like a member chat or something? Where the notes are taken, posted?
I think there are some notes down below. Yes. If you scroll down in the chat, in XVX chat, way at the bottom, you'll probably see some launch meeting notes.
Launch meeting notes. Thank you very much.
And there's some of the things that, like things we want to start crafting right away. Miners, starter miners, people that want to join us going out to mine. If you notice, there's Sej, Paz, myself, and
Yourself?
Agent.
Yeah, I was going to sign up for that as well.
And you're more than welcome to sign that up.
Can we surface gather on the remote planets without a territory unit?
Yes.
Yeah, the only ones you can't do it on is like starting moons. So
Yep.
like Haven and
Okay.
Sanctuary, you can't.
What is the tier 3 on Mattis?
I thought they had identical
Lithium, I think?
resources on the ground. I thought Mattis and Thades had the same resources that were mineable on the ground. I guess I'm wrong though.
Natron and Garnierite. I know Thades has chromium. Chromite.
That's what we're gonna be getting at. There's the chromite.
Chromite and pyrite.
On the ground?
No, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, chromite's probably on the ground.
Chromite's definitely on the ground, but pyrite? I don't think pyrite.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna fly there right now.
Yeah, if you find out, let me know, because I could have sworn it was both the same, had the same things on the ground. They said they're going out and getting out to both Mattis and Thades, but I could have sworn they both had the same thing.
No, I'll bet you Mattis is Natron on the ground.
Natron instead of chromite. But is Natron even used in any of the upper tier and the next tier stuff?
Sodium.
Sodium,
Yeah,
you're right.
so
You're right, sodium.
Fuel for sure, but I'm not sure what else. But yeah, Natron's a popular one.
So I'm looking at the list we have there for trying to build it. I'm not aluminum, carbon, chromium, copper, hydrogen. I'm not seeing sodium on that need list though.
Territory unit needs chromium. I know that for sure.
Right, definitely. Chromium and copper are the tier 2s it needs.
Yeah, and that should be the first thing we mass produce because we
Well, that's the plan.
Need territories on the other planets with
That's
mining
the plan.
units.
Right off the bat is that's why we're in charge of getting out there, and we're looking for other people to volunteer to go out there and get chromium with us. The more we can get, the more we can bring more people, with more we can bring back.
I think everyone's gonna rush for chromium. That's all I've been hearing.
Well, probably for that reason, right?
Yeah.
You need.
Like, we have a solid plan in place, which, like I said, I'll go with you off stream, and I think you'll be like, yeah, that's a solid plan. And we actually have a backup plan in case the first plan doesn't work.
Haven's a tough little planet or moon to get off of. Like, I think the atmosphere ends at 6,000 meters.
Mm-hmm.
So I just built my starter ship with containers. It's got 7 small containers, 4 small space, 4 small atmo, 2 medium wings, and a medium hover. and I used all the adjusters that came with the outpost and the starter ship.
Let's say less planets equal 1 PvP mission pipe difference, or Destructo complete. They could leave out high tiers at first. Honestly, I think this is going to be their biggest mistake, is if this planet thing. I think it could turn out to bite them in the ass. Yes, I realize what they're trying to do. They're trying to release those planets when they're complete. And I'm sure most of the players in the base right now can appreciate that. But at the same time, it just feels like it's a step backwards. Why I don't even understand why they're even trying to release this game without key things in the game there to be used. And I think that's one of Buck's biggest complaints about it as well. Like, it's kind of a bit like they're trying to force the PvP shit at the beginning. And they're thinking, oh, if they force the PvP, this might help out all these people that have been complaining about PvP all this time. And I just think it's going to bite them in the ass.
It is. It's going to drive a lot of people away.
Because they're forcing the PvP issue. Yes, the PvPers will be happy, but at the end of the day, the Care Bears that are going to be making this game long term are going to be thinking, oh, well, this is just another fucking... What's that one that came out? That Starf one that came out that everyone hated? Starfield? No, whatever it was. When you're like
Starbase,
robot...
whatever.
Starbase, yeah. They're going to think, oh, it's all PvP. What the fuck? And people are going to get pissed. So yeah, it could...
Nah. No, I hear that. But it's been consistent going back to pre-alpha, right? PvP will be a main part of this game. It will drive the economy, right, to the, great risk, great reward.
Problem is, we've already seen that
If you don't
PvP...
want a PvP, you don't have to, right?
Right, but we've already seen that
if you want
PvP
the
is not
high
going to stay in this
tiers-
game. PvP dies off rather quickly. And then what's left is the people who are building the game, and if they're all forced to PvP against the people who are just, sticking around just to watch the world burn, they're basically forcing people like myself to have to deal with it. Because we're going to eventually lose all the PvPers that will group PvP it. The major forces that actually
one
can
of
stop
the
it.
major reasons why PvP died is because, well, warp cells were dirt cheap, and people were like me. I'm not fucking slow boating when I've got my own warp cell factory. It cost me $1 million with 5 kilotons of ore in my ship to warp from Ion back to Alioth, right? Well, I could also slow boat it and die. I lost 2 ships to PvP because I just autopilot and walked away. I was working, actually.
I have no interest in
Checked out my
PvP at
ship.
all. Literally, if I'm not
You
capable,
don't have to,
if
though.
if I don't have the option where I can avoid the PvP, I'm just not gonna fucking play. Because
You can avoid the PvP
with warp
there's no
cells, but
safe
they're gonna
zone.
make it. They're gonna make it. Yeah, but everything's not available in the safe zone though.
You're gonna have to buy from the market.
They're ending a loop that prevents players to actually play and enjoy the game on a short-term system. Someone won't be able to just get in this game and say, "Oh, I'm just going to spend the next hour, go out and jump over a territory, do my territories and stuff like that, and just go back and just do something quick." No, they're gonna make it a loop where you have to invest X amount of time into the game in order to actually do anything. And then during that loop phase, you're going to have to be at the mercy of every PvPer in the game. And warp cells will not be cheap anymore.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to PvP, but
But you're
You're
saying
go-
you
if
keep
you need
saying
the
that,
high
but you
tiers-
will have to PvP.
no, you won't. Why? Why would you? Have
How
to
else would you
PvP?
get it by yourself?
You wouldn't. You'd buy it from
Exactly.
the market.
So you're telling me it's a forced PvP because if a player who doesn't have the time and money to jump in and buy a bunch of shit that wants to actually do it and progress in the game and have fun and not have to be, join a giant org in order to get anything, they just that weekender that only has a few hours to play, they're not going to be able to just play. They're going to have an org and have to do things that shouldn't be forced to have to
It's
do.
not true. Yeah, but you're forced to mine. You're forced to fly out and haul stuff.
Yeah, but a person
get money,
could go claim a
get to build
tile,
stuff.
scan it, set up their own mining unit, and do it.
Yes, but where do you get the money for the mining unit?
I'm sure they could probably build it,
Where do you get the ore?
flying out there and getting it, and
Yeah.
scan it, and
So that's forced mining.
yeah, but that's a different aspect. That's
Well, but
that's
it's
like
also forced.
that's potato. That is different.
But
That's
it's
PVE. That's PVE forced.
I thought you were talking about the forced.
Forced
aspect.
PvP is what I'm talking about. The forced
It's a
PvP
forced
aspect.
of a game, which is
No,
like mining,
it's
the
much
same.
different from forced PvP to PvE.
Well, you can go fly out there, crash your ship, come back, do it again, crash again.
Yeah,
then
and
you
that's
lost
what
a
happens
lot
when
of
you don't
money.
know how to fly.
Yeah. So that's what happens when you don't know how to PvP. You die.
You guys aren't getting it. You shouldn't be
I'm
forced
looking
to
at
do it.
simplifying it, dude.
You should not be forced to have to
Normally you're gonna
PvP.
Normally it's gonna be a gangbang, dude. It's not even gonna
Exactly.
be anything you can fucking do anything
Shooting
about,
fucking
you know what I mean?
puppies.
It's gonna be, basically a whole pack of motherfuckers on one.
Yes.
So yeah, how you gonna learn to PvP against that?
I'm out in
And,
this
you
little
can't get
rinky
any
dinky
fucking
ship.
better.
Boom. There was 30 guys out there that just blew me up.
Fly something bigger, they'll just blow you up even faster.
Just blow you up and lose more.
Yeah, sure. Is that right?
They say asteroids will help a little bit. Granted, it kind of sucks that all the really good stuff's going to be in the PvP space, but hey, no one, you don't, if you're just tinkering around building stuff, you don't need to have tier 5 exotic shit, right? You don't need that. Be nice to get, but that's when you do a little bit more risk to get a hold of it.
And
I would
there's
say-
ways around it, right? You avoid the shipping channel. You fly out at 90 degrees from where you want to go. You fly out 10-15 SU, then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
turn, and then you fly to your planet, but you're still about 10-15 SU away from it. You turn 90 degrees again, right? Because PvPers aren't blanketing space. They're riding those pipes back and forth.
Yeah, they're
right?
hunting the
That's how they
pipelines.
do it.
They're hunting the pipelines. We know that. It's just
And it
a
does
new
work.
player
and I know it
starting out
works, like,
won't know that.
Well,
They're
you
going to learn
find
really
out the
quick.
hard way.
They're going to
Yeah.
learn really quickly.
New players don't know shit, right? We take all this for granted. This game has a steep learning curve.
It does.
Probably the steepest in my gaming career, anyways.
If it gets too worse, it's not going to be any good for the game itself.
And that's the thing, is I'm worried about them doing this is bad for the overall populace. Yes, it's a steep learning curve, but if people are getting in and they get blown up every second they go out there, they're not going to enjoy it. They're going to write a bad review. Because at the moment, they're narrowing. I believe that's exactly what's happening. Isn't going to get narrowed down to like 2 PvP lines.
But who are you
Like-
talking about here?
New players getting
People
into the
being-
game.
Yeah, being forced to PvP for what? To go out to one of the PvP planets to get the
Having the
tier
five,
5s?
having the only the 5 planets off the start to forcing people to do it. Having to go
You
through
don't
that
have to
PvP.
leave the PvP zone. That's the thing.
Yes, we don't have to play the game fully. You know, we can hang out.
People aren't really gonna know that type of stuff though.
Right.
But the reason to leave the PvP zone is to get the higher tier stuff, right?
Right.
I,
What is it?
I'm-
The Outer
I
Worlds will
don't
have
know.
tier what? Tier. I guess that I'm just not getting
Tier
across
4, tier 5.
properly. I just don't think it should be forcing people to do the PvP. Like, and then the thing saying, "Oh, they can just buy from the market." That's not the same. Yeah, they could buy from the market. It'll work
So
that
you
way.
also
For
have
the
to think,
plasma,
right?
right?
You've been conditioned, Drax. I'm telling you right now, you've been conditioned.
You mean the plasma, right, Drax?
No. Just any in the short term right now when the game releases. Heaven knows how long it's going to be before the new planets are brought out. It may be months down the road. But early on in the game, when you're just releasing it, it's going to be a forced PvP situation where there's only, these new players coming in the game. They're not going to know anything about, the first time experienced player going through is not going to be happy about it. Having to be forced to go down those pipelines and not realizing that those pipelines are going to be heavily hunted by 30, 40 freaking people.
Everybody gets their ass handed to them in a game.
Right.
To start.
But
Everybody, without exception, any game. It's
I don't
an
see why
MMO, Drax.
you still don't
I don't see
understand.
why it has to be forced PvP all the time. You know,
That's
there's a lot
the one
of
I'm trying to
modes out there
say.
that have PvP areas, not PvP
They made
areas,
warp
and
cells
you
so
can
damn
get most
expensive to
everything
get
you
a
want
hold of,
to.
and everything
You can get
else. It's
almost
just
everything
like
you wanted to, except for like in this case, it would be plasma. You know, plasma should be PvP.
plasma
only,
should be
sure.
definitely be PvP.
Right. Yeah. Right. But everything in smaller, much smaller quantities in non-PvP areas. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to go to just a PvP zone to get any of it.
No, but you don't have to.
There's risk versus reward. You know what I
You
mean?
will have to. You won't. The you won't have to will not come into play until months and months down the road. At the start, you will have to. There's no avoiding it. On release, you are forced to go out into these planets, and the option to even buy it from the market isn't even going to be available for these people because there's not going to be any on the market.
If the asteroids are out there with the tiers of ore,
There are a few.
Eventually
it'll be
it
on the
will.
market.
Eventually,
You know who's going to sell it?
Eventually.
Legion
Eventually.
and Boo.
eventually it will be on the
No,
market.
from day one. The second it's available in an
Day
asteroid.
one, at day one, maybe late day one. Most likely day two, early day two, but, and it's going to be an
So-
exorbitant amount of money, like an insane amount of money.
Your expectations, I think, are a little.
So is Dual Universe
Ah.
the dichotomy between Legion and Boo going to control all the asteroids?
It's pretty much exactly what's going to happen. It's just going to be Legion and Boo running everything.
And that's the Dual Universe? Okay.
Legion.
There may be a few more orgs that might pop up coming in that will join together and fight, but let's be honest, those guys are just coming in fresh. They're not Legion, they're not Boo, that know what the hell the game is.
I look forward to seeing what the reviews are like 6 months down the road.
And that's what I'm trying to avoid. Like, I get a lot of people right now are just like, you're a Care Bear, you're overreacting and shit, but when they get that first, when they get those bad fucking Steam reviews, and you're gonna be like, yeah, maybe they should have thought about this a little bit more. Maybe they shouldn't have just forced it like that.
PvP bubble, but there's more Care Bears in this world than look at Minecraft.
Later down the road, what they're going to be releasing as is perfectly fine. I believe it should be done that way, no problem down the road. But as a release, they should have definitely took the Care Bear route rather than the PvP route, because you know the PvP's not even there. Like, there's a lot of shit wrong with PvP that they have to fix.
You know what, though? It's not even going to be that big of a deal, to be quite honest, because, you know, I'm sure Legion will be doing it, and maybe one or two other groups will sit there and be putting their first few hours together to make weapons.
I
But
call
it's not
them the
gonna-
Russians.
Yeah.
Right, but I
The
don't.
Russians are brutal PvPers.
It's going to
Yeah,
turn into Rust.
So it's not just.
That's
it's
what
not
I'm worried
just
about it
Legion
happening,
and-
is something like
it's
that
not
happening.
just Legion and Boo, right?
Now, as
But
far as we
Drax,
know,
I mean,
at the moment.
fundamentally, the way we play the game today and the way we've been playing during beta is not the way the game was ever intended to be played. Right?
Here we go, another guy with the intended.
It doesn't matter what.
Doesn't matter what the intended was.
And
Devs
beta
intended.
players
You
are
make a
smart.
sandbox game. You make a sandbox game. You cannot fucking claim any control over it after the basic.
Yeah, it's like
comes out.
it
You
turns into a
just set
beast
up
of
the
its own.
framework and you say have at it, right? And the
Right.
It
framework
doesn't matter what
includes
they intended to
PvP.
fucking happen.
Like,
What
this
we
whole
want to
game
happen
is no
it.
longer what it was ever intended to be. Like, to
Actually,
try to
it tracks pretty close. But
try
they're
to do
lagging in
it
the
though, it
PvP
just
hard.
it's hard to try to make sense of it now as a, oh fuck, that was not what I wanted to do.
They haven't deviated.
Like, I'm
from
perfectly
their-
fine with it
from
being
their
this.
mission statement.
What they're gonna try to do would be awesome, but my complaint is right off the bat, right now, right at release. I think it's a bad idea to do it to do it like this right off the bat. Like, it should not be a hardcore, gangster's
Well-
paradise right off the bat. It should
Okay.
allow it to release and give people a chance to learn the game.
Where have you been for the last 2 years? Every time NQ
Apparently under a rock.
Every time NQ introduces something, people fucking rage quit because it's not the way it used to be. So if you start the game off without a component like PvP, and then you introduce it when you've got thousands and thousands of players, it's just going to be the bad story we've seen over and over
It's
again.
not about not having PvP introduced.
No, it's not. I'm not
how it's
saying not
introduced.
introduce
It's about-
PvP. I'm not saying
You
any
know,
of
here's
that.
the thing. The whole thing would be solved if they just gave us the planets that we were supposed to have to begin with. You know what I mean? If you just gave us all the planets, then there's not as many forced PvP.
And
zones
yeah,
to
forced
fly through.
PvP instances.
So you know what I mean? If they just gave us all the planets, then nobody cares. You know what I mean? You can have us all the PvP you want because there's more avenues to go.
Like,
There's
if we have
definitely a hell of a lot more, places to go and ways to get what you're trying to get. So, it spreads everybody out instead of confining everybody into 2 or 3 pipelines. You know what I mean? Yes, those 2 pipelines are going to become a huge hunting ground, and everybody's going to have to learn the hard way that you can't do that. Well,
If
guess
we-
what's also going to be precious besides your time in this game? It's fuel for the first part. None of us are going to have it, so going 15 SU out of the way just to make a couple of hard turns is going to be a little bit costly of a thing to learn.
Mhm.
So, anyway,
I also think you guys are maybe a little bit exaggerating the impact and the effect here as well. I don't think it's anything to be clutching your pearls over, personally.
I think
who said I'm
it's
clutching my pearls?
it's a
That's
big
little bit-
risk.
That's an extreme graph.
That's offensive.
Yeah, what the hell?
You offended me, for fuck's sakes.
You call my balls
I'm,
pearls?
This is Twitter.
I'm worried about
They're
the
more like
release on
eggs,
Steam
but
is
no.
what I'm worried about. Holy, that is what I'm worried about. Is making sure that the release goes off without bad reviews, that people can get in, enjoy, and see the game for what it is, because a bad Steam release can be very bad.
I
Long
totally
term.
agree with you, but I'll also say this. I'm a gamer. I'm not a game designer. I'm not a game developer. I'm not a game marketer. You can bet your fucking ass that these guys have done market surveys and all kinds
I
of
would hope.
shit
You're right. I would
to
hope so.
help them plot their launch out properly. They're not.
You know, here's the funny thing.
They're
I mean,
not
there's-
second-year college guys who say,
Sounds
"I'm
like-
going to build a
Well,
video
we say
game."
that.
They might be
We
software
say that.
developers, but I don't think they're game developers, dude. They have made a lot of mistakes that
They've made
they
epic
shouldn't have done.
mistakes that have snapped out most of the population of the game, and it's some mistakes that
More
that
than
should
just
not
the
have been
whole,
taking
I'm
place.
gonna take my ball and go home because you changed
Like,
the game.
come on,
Yeah.
you
They
don't
made
you don't do that. You know,
Well,
like announcing the wipe, you know,
Smash 1.0 and
and then
2.0.
leaving it hang for for months on end. That's a mistake that they made, and they should not have even done
shouldn't
that.
have
But
They shouldn't have.
it's a rookie mistake. A rookie mistake.
the-
So we say that you say that, oh, they're not. I'm sure they did analysis. I'm sure they wanted to do analysis, but they couldn't afford it.
But
The
you
only
just
thing we know
made
for
the
sure is that
no,
they are
no,
a
no, no,
software
stop.
company, not
Okay, go ahead.
game
Go ahead,
developers.
Holy. What? Go ahead, Roland.
You just argued both sides of a story because you said they shouldn't have announced the wipe and then hung on to it, but they had to do the wipe at launch, right?
Right, but
Had they not announced it because there are already people who slag them in forums and in chat saying, oh, HQ or NQ lies to us all the time. They're not honest with us. So they were honest with us. Talked about a wipe. Very
Mhm.
probable. I totally expected it. And
I
then they
expected a wipe,
announced
yeah.
it. Right?
hmm
So they told us the truth, and they did it, and people are still pissed off at them, right? Like, there's no win here.
Who
No,
tells the
there's no
truth?
way
No.
for NQ unless they fix the game first. Here's the thing. I'm all for them wiping the thing to do what they have
Mhm.
to do.
They said
Finished
no change
finished
is
product,
safe
no.
zone, so they are doing the
I'm
Care
all
Bear
for
route.
them releasing a finished product. However, they're not releasing a finished product. They're releasing an unfinished product with what I fear is going to be all the same bug lists we had before, with maybe a few of them fixed, but most of them still being there. Like,
has
I was just
been
trying to
rumored,
build
though.
yesterday, and I had to move elements 5 times just to get them to stay. You
What
know
was
what I mean?
that?
I'm still having
It
stability
has
issues
been
with
rumored
plans.
that they're working behind the scenes on a lot of stuff.
There's been a lot of things rumored, but I'll believe it when I see it. They should be doing this. They should. I hope they do for their sake. They really do.
I
But if
can't-
it
I'm
burns,
excited for
I'll
the
sit
wipe.
there and
They're based.
I'll enjoy the reads. Is all I'm saying. If it burns, I will sit there and enjoy the reviews.
I'm excited
You
for
know
the
what?
wipe.
I don't
I'm
even
worried.
The bugs that I see on a day-to-day basis to me are not showstoppers, especially for a launch, right? I've seen fucking horrendous.
Have you been
launches.
on Steam and do you the review? There's already bad reviews.
Yeah, there's
Of
people
course
that
there are. There's a
played it for
bunch
like
of
10
butthurt
seconds,
tweets.
and yeah,
I hardly read it. It's like people that
I
like
can't read
spam
it.
that
I
are
canlike read it either. I looked at the first like 3 and I was
salty
like, what the
about
fuck?
you did to them or
And
something.
some of them are like people who only played it for like a little bit. Some of them, and it's like, come on, what the hell is this all about? Like,
Right.
you
And
played it for, you have a
I
total
get
game
the
time
premise
play of like 3 hours, and you think that
The
you
problem
know about
is-
the game? What the fuck?
people on Steam will read these.
Yes, that's the
And
problem.
not even take the time that you guys do and seeing how long that they've actually played or whatever, or even have a clue as to whether or not any of it's true. They're going to sit there and start taking some of our facts because they don't know any better. Like, oh, I'm not going.
Mhm.
Well, at least hopefully not. Hopefully they get some good press, and hopefully it's.
Well, that's why
Release
there's
well.
that trial shard, right? Where
Yep.
you can give it a shot for a month.
I won't stop the bad reviews. It would
No,
just make sure
but-
people aren't as
but to
mad
your
because
point-
they spend money. Yeah.
But to your point, people don't have to shell out a sub to see what the game is like.
No.
And the
But
sub-
like I said, they
Sub
will
isn't
still-
obscene either. It's what, like 7 US?
I think what I want to make sure that Holy knows is I'm hoping for everything that's planned, and I want what they're planning. Everything that they're suggesting happening, like the PvP, everything. Eventually, it's gonna be awesome to have it. What my whole complaint was to start in this conversation was I'm worried that at the beginning it might be a nightmare for players coming in for the first time, like the first expectation of the game. And that's what, like, personally, as upon someone who knows what to do, is not going to have a problem with it. But it's going to run. I don't want the bad reviews from coming in new players, and they'll just turn away. I'm trying to get people to stay. Is what I'm worried about. Those bad reviews, and then people were like, what's the fucking point of playing this? I got a PvP everywhere. That's the thing. Sorry, go ahead, guys.
You gonna make Mexico pay for that wall?
What wall?
The one you're building.
Hey.
Even games like Eve have the illusion of security in some areas.
Yes. They have
Yeah,
consequences.
but
Like, I've been wanting
but
consequences for PvP
mine in
forever.
the safe zones. If you want to mine in the safe zones in Eve, you get the fucking shit stuff. You want the good stuff, you got to go out into
Oh,
the
yeah.
high.
PvP
What do
zone.
they call them? High
Low
security
sec.
risk or
Low
something?
sec.
Low
Right.
sec. Yeah,
All right,
low sec.
so, yeah, that's fine. You want to do that? You want to put all the PvP materials out there? Sure, but get rid of those resource points because that's retarded. You know, spread the plasma out like it normally would be. Let's go ahead and spread everything out like it really is. If you want to take E for an example,
Then
you
some
want
of
to put it
us
all out there in
who
PvP
have
shit.
a
That's
better
fine, but
feeling
like,
about the game
there's
need
not
to
like
add positive
there's like
reviews.
not
You're right.
individual
Null
resource
sec.
points like
That's
that.
what it's called. Thank you, Kanto.
Thanks, Katano.
Cat. X.
Smuggler Dan is at your place, Thrax.
What's that?
There's a smuggler at your base.
Smuggler Dan.
Smuggler.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan.
Really?
All right, Holy, what are you doing, bud?
Like, I'm
You
super
got a
excited
second?
for the wipe, guys. I really am. Don't make you guys think. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not excited for it.
I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Night.
I parked
Thanks for
some
hanging out.
ships on your. I was just visiting. But I dropped some pocket ships that I'm gonna use afterward. But they're
Where?
free to fly if you wanna fly and test.
Parked them at my place?
Yeah.
Oh,
Still
okay.
my Pulse, which also is a basic ship.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go to bed. Well, maybe smoke, watch a stream a little, and then go to bed.
Okay. Thanks for hanging out. You have a good night.
Night, dude.
Good.
Oh,
Hey,
he's in
Holy.
he's in Wookiee mode, so he's tired.
Yeah. It's like 3:12 in the morning. So
Oh, damn.
been up since 8 or 9. So. Good night.
That's one of the reasons why I like having other people in here. Is that the conversation like this, we're able to have a discussion.
Get as many viewpoints as possible.
Because Holy has a vastly different viewpoint than the game than I do. I don't PvP at all. I don't like PvP. I'd be fine if this game was a full with no PvP at all. But I believe the game would probably go belly up if it didn't they did that. So I don't want that to happen.
I think if they're gonna keep on going down this PvP road, and that's fine, you got to give some sort of PvE or much better tutorials because right now they're just not doing it. These people are gonna come in and get their butts handed to them, and their little ship that they spent 2 days on is gonna go bye bye, and that's gonna be the end of that. That particular person that can't handle that. So I don't know. Better tutorials would help, I guess. If they're gonna have it so PvP oriented, you need to sit there
Hopefully-
and force everybody like that first tutorial system instead of focusing so much on mining. Focus more on the PvP aspect.
Yeah, their documentation for the game. Actually, I haven't gone into the codex in years, but what they really need is a good tuning guide for your computer. How do I set my graphics up? Blah blah blah. 2 threads.
If they
'Cause that's
optimize the code,
important.
it would be. If they actually optimize the code a little bit, it would do much for the lag and the latency and the other cases where you get I can't even think of the word at the moment. This something or other. But at any rate, it would help with all the latency issues.
Sure as hope they fix that fucking memory leak though.
Again, they got a big list of shit to fix and very, very few days to do it in.
Because if someone starts
Hopefully
this
they
game
do
up
it.
and they look at they're like, why is my system running at 95 fucking percent? They're gonna be like, what the fuck? I actually heard someone say that they actually referred to it as not a problem, that they didn't get reports of it, so it wasn't really a problem.
Reports of what? Your CPU running at 90%?
Yeah, that there was no memory, that there wasn't really a problem with the memory leak, that they didn't get reports of it.
Hey, Holly.
Hey, Buck.
Like,
There's a ship for you.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I'm not disconnecting because I'm flying to Mattis, and I don't
No
want
worries.
to lawn dart into it.
uh-oh.
Don't.
Where
worry
are you
about
on?
that.
Lawn dart.
Where did you say you were on the Sanctuary Moon?
Yeah.
Okay, once I land on Mattis, I'll swap tunes and go pick it up.
All right. Let me get you some coordinates in your Discord. Just let me know and I'll relog back into the game. I'm just doing other things at the moment.
Why do I have 8 on one side and 7 on the other? 2.
And just so we're clear, I'm not a fanboy. I definitely didn't drink the Kool-Aid. I definitely want to play the game, but I want to play the game as it's supposed to be, not as a half unfinished mess that I'm afraid it's going to end up being. PvP, take it or leave it. We'll see how that works out. I want all my planets, so I don't like this giving me only part of my planets. I
So
want the option. I don't care if they're PvP planets. You know, you can introduce the whole PvP on a planet as long as all my planets are there. But that's just my personal, minor opinion.
For me to play in this game, I need to make sure that I have nothing running at all. Like what I'm running right now
My bad.
stresses my computer out.
do you have multiple screens?
Yes.
Do you so with Twitch, I pinned the Twitch application to my system board GPU instead of NVIDIA to
I don't
offload
even
that.
think my computer has a system board like on the main motherboard. It probably does, but it with the graphics card and stuff, it doesn't allow it to activate. I don't know. I was tempted to have it a second. I tried putting another video card in it and running my stream on the other graphics card, and it worked. But the heat buildup was a bit ridiculous. Running a 3060.
I've got a 3062 and it gets pretty warm in there.
Like it got pretty warm. Like right now, as it stands, it's stable. The temperatures are good. They're right on target. You know, they're not hot, not cold. They're fine. But with that other graphics card in it, it tipped up there and got uncomfortably warm inside my case.
Well, that's
Like
when,
right now,
you gotta
long
go
term it'd be
a
fine.
little more open.
Yeah. So I don't know what the hell I did here, guys. What's going on? I'm a bit worried. I got one too many tanks on one side than the other, and I shouldn't have that. I should not have one side more on one side than the other.
Time to bust out the pen and paper and start marking positions.
They're hooked up.
You turn around?
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I need to go out and make sure the other side doesn't have one that's not tucked in here, maybe? Like
I
it could
think you've
be.
got one going across on the other side. That's why I said turn
Yeah,
around.
it's that extra. Sorry, you might hit the stream delay. See, over on that side, there's that extra right there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, maybe I don't have 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm good. I was just miscounting them. I'm good, I'm good. So this one here. Ignore me. Thanks for making me recount them, Holly.
Measure twice, cut once.
Well, that's why I wasn't gonna just start disconnecting tanks and shit, because I wanted to make sure. Tank. Why are these off? Oh, that's why. My PC runs the game fine, but my office does sit around 80 degrees Fahrenheit after a few hours.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, my office can get hot as stink, and my son sits behind me, and he games all day too. So yeah, it gets a little ripe in here in the summertime.
Like right now, my room is 72 degrees. It's not cold, but it's not hot either.
I got a liquid heatsink last week for my PC.
I'll get one
I
someday,
need to
but
put it in, but I don't want to put it in. It's a fucking pain in the ass.
I said it before and I'll say it again. You build too big. What are you trying to say? That I built too big? I think I built adequate size.
Quit in the
You
in
should
the
build static.
Leviathan. You can get lost walking through those hallways.
Is that what's happening right now? Is he running through the damn ship? He's like, I can't fucking find my way in here.
It's going to be great for PvP. They'll board your ship and they'll spend the next hour running around trying to find the bridge.
They're like, okay, this Drac ship's out in PvP space. Someone needs to buy one so we can get the boarding parties trained on the damn things. Fucking mazes up in
Exactly.
these bitches. No need for elements. Who needs a force field or a door when I just can't find the fucking bridge to begin with?
Oh, well, that would be a pretty good PvP tactic. Have elevators all over the place to get you through walls and floors, and then when you're going out to PvP, everybody gets in their spots and you remove the elevators. So even if they board you, they can't go anywhere. I thought the default HUD had braking distance in it.
I don't think so.
This is dangerous.
So I mean, I went through the rave and thought I had almost everything. Then I realized that the MAGG was still there. Then looked at the element list, and there's still to remove 100 more elements. And I didn't even get the garden installed. It was meant to have a greenhouse.
And I forgot to turn my engines off in space too. Lovely.
And still, there's a couple of empty rooms. And I get lost in the hallways. That's a good thing, Van Herk. I wonder if he's found the captain's galley yet in that ship. I'm gonna give him like a week, and then I'll tell him about the smuggler's keep, the smuggler's hold, the secret compartment that I had never told anybody about. What are we smuggling? Nothing. It was just a roleplay ship. 26, 23, 77. I think 78's a low. Okay. 26, 23. 26, 23. Twenty-six, 7, 78. 26, 7, 78. 26.
I just went flying past Thades.
Clearly, I did not install the brakes on the other side. Because this side has brakes, and I can't put the shit in, so... now I know what I need to do. $22, $48, $22, $48, $22.
Do you know what the altitude is for the atmosphere of Thades?
Not right offhand anymore.
It's like 14 kilometers or something like that, right?
I think so. It's been a while since I paid attention to that. Months. Too busy trying to get all this shit done. I need 4 or 5.
Were you around when you could link fuel tanks,
Nope.
like containers?
I wish. No, I was not around for that. I missed.
That lasted, I
That
think,
would have been
probably
awesome.
about a week or two.
That would have been awesome to do. Figures they took that out. Can't have anything nice. I don't even want to install these wings. It's so much fucking work.
What's that?
Doing this next stack of wings.
Oh, Lord Thunder and Jesus.
Limited tanks would be nice. Love to be able to set up a fuel hub and stuff.
Yeah, you only had to. I can't remember if there was an actual hub for it or if you just linked them all and you could fill up one. And it would draw from them all evenly too, obviously.
Hmm.
But yeah, that, like I said, that lasted about a week or two.
Well, there's a lot of elements and things in the game that are out of our, like, we can't actually get a hold of.
Like what?
Like, fuel lines, actually liquid lines. They're called fluid lines or fluid pipes. They're made to carry fuel and stuff like that. Um, gas lines, power conduits, cloaking devices, generators. Yeah, there's things that they put in that we don't have access to. If you actually look at the Dual
Yeah,
Universe wiki page of like the alpha items that were in, yeah, they have text and everything else for them. Like the full wiki page was set up. I don't know if it's still there. I haven't looked in over a year or so. But I remember when I got into the game, I looked at the wiki page, and I had to do a double take when I was in the game because I was like, "Wait, is this the same game?" And yeah, it's the same game. No record.
oh yeah, there was a lot of statement of directions.
So they had some some things that they were planning on doing that to
For sure,
me I thought would
generators
have been
was one of
awesome.
them. Because JC always said there's no free lunch, right? So even on bases, your lights and all that stuff,
Yeah,
you were supposed to have
generators
generators
and
to,
yep,
and you'd have to maintain them or fuel them or whatever, something,
and you should.
right?
And if you don't, it shuts down your industry.
Solar cells, dude. What are you talking about?
I thought that would be kind of neat to have as like a solar generators and stuff.
Yeah, they don't give you as much as like a something that takes fuel, but still should be a viable option if you want to
Hmm.
build a big field of them.
I thought it'd be kind of cool to do something you have to like to get your hydrogen water, your hydrogen and oxygen to have to dig down to water. And on planets where there is no water, you can't get hydrogen and oxygen. You have to bring it in. And then you can also pump water into containers. So you can actually move water from planet to planet. I thought that would be really neat to add.
All nifty stuff as long as they get all the bugs fixed.
Yawn, yawn, yawn. I'm not even that tired. What are you yawning about, Drac? What the fuck?
All right, I have to get out of voice chat for a little bit. Holy, let me know when you're around though, dude, and I will switch over real quick and take care of you. Okay?
Okay, thanks, Buck.
All right, bud. Have a
Are
good
you
stream.
still going to be on Discord?
Yeah, I'll be in Discord. I just won't be in actively in voice right now. I have to step away.
All right. I'm going to have to walk the Deegs too.
Yeah, I have cats, but yeah, same kind of deal. I got to take care of those for a second. So I'll be back.
Kaniso, how are you today? How'd your ship turn out?
Canyon on Thades is
Good,
going to
man.
look
I've been
nice after
doing
wipe.
Thades. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Good, man. I've been doing the Ore Weaver too. Just some little bits on the starter. Oh, okay. I can't wait to see some of the planet changes they're going to be doing. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad they're wiping, because if they left these planets the way they were, because there's going to be other systems, right? We'll have like Stargates and shit like that. That's a down the
Someday,
road thing.
hopefully.
But yeah, but if all those new planets and those new systems got all revamped with better textures and realistic terrain, and you know, nobody's going to go to Alioth anymore because it's going to look like a friggin' kindergarten painting
I would
compared to
hope
the
that
new stuff.
eventually they make it so that way any of the new solar systems they do, there's no way to get there. Like, you don't have a pre-designated warp area. You have to actually fly out there first time. And it has to be a warp beacon setup. So basically, unless someone that you know has a warp beacon that you can go out there to, or something public, you can't get out there. You actually have
So
to
the
slow boat
gameplay
that bitch.
for new solar systems is supposed to be, and this is how they kind of envisioned it, that you would build probes, right? And
Uh-huh.
you would send these probes out into the cosmos, and they would discover the new solar systems. And then you'd have to build a Stargate. And this is what I still think Thoramine is going to be used for. It's going to be a very uh, limited resource, hard to find, and you're going to need it built like a Stargate to travel to the new system. And then if you're the owner of the Stargate, and by owner I mean org, you're probably going to be able to charge people to try to travel to that new system back and forth. I wonder if they're going to reduce the amount of surface ore on the planets as well. Okay, I gotta go walk the dogs.
Okie dokie. Want to suck Thoramine 1 kiloliter? How much? I know a couple people that need some. Serapis lost his last name, apparently. $101, $129, $101, $220, $120. I don't understand where I went wrong on this side. Oh, okay. Never mind. $5 bills? No, thank you. I don't even have $5 bill. If I had $5 bill, I would give you $5 bill. It's not like I can take it with me, right? So no big deal there, but I don't have $5 bill. So yeah, if I had it, I'd give it to you, but I don't have it. $69, $229, $69, $229, $69, $229. It's not like you can take it with you either, but $23, $229. Hey, Stormsteel. Stormsteel, you, as always, you are welcome to join me in chat if you want. I am in XVX at the moment. How things going here? Not too bad. I think we're all managing. Some of us are dealing with the whole wipe hype, but for the most part, I think we're managing quite well. Oh, she needs a lot of them. This is your battle beast carrier, right? The battle beast king, the Leviathan, the battle beast king. That's the battle beast king. And she's decked out. She has a lot of engines on her. This is max weight. Gotta get on and organize blueprints. Yep, you better get to it. This is just me trying to finish stuff up. I'm just trying to finish up my build. Hello, Zeke. So after I get it done, I'm gonna take a blueprint of it, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm going to remove all the atmospherics. Everything that's atmospheric on it is coming out, and it's getting replaced with rockets and space engines. So in the belly here, there won't be anything. It's just gonna be a belly, and I actually did the belly. It actually looks nice without the stuff on it. So the belly kind of looks like this, how it's just rippled. I'm usually lurking, but the ship got me. Like, I'll rip out all the space, all the Atmos stuff, but I'm probably gonna leave the wings, like the stabilizers, because it's part of the look. So I'll leave them because it looks cool. But in the back here, I'll replace all the wings with all space engines and stuff. The AGG will probably get pulled out. More space engines. All those will be space engines. Probably put some rockets on it somewhere. Yeah, the interior is completely decked out. I'm gonna need to steal that and add some elements of it into my build. Let the thing load a little bit, and I'll take us inside. So it's not complete yet. I still gotta install all the elevators. Let me turn this up for you guys. So it's not done yet, but this will be like the cafeteria or something like that. This is Jeffrey's tubes areas. And there will be Jeffrey's tubes that lead throughout the entire ship. Like this is a big ship inside as well, like bathroom. Like this floor is pretty much the same. It has just like a gym or something. I haven't put it in yet. And then we have living quarters. drywalled living quarters. Wood with wood accents. This is a 2-bedroom living quarters. This one on this side's a 1-bedroom. Then you go up. And on the side you got another bedroom. And then this side takes you to the cargo hangar area. That's a light switch. And then this button here does the hatch. The cargo. That's the quarters. And you go up a deck. You have fuel area, the fuel hub area. It's not done yet. I want to put a wall around it and make it look like it's made to take a blast. Forward segment, you have the hangar, forward hangar bay. Light switch. Hangar doors. And then over here, which I don't have it. I need to put a button down here so I can show it off to people. But down here we have the cargo hangar loading bay. Don't mind the wiggly stuff. Maybe so you can see through the wall. And up here we'll have the cargo bay control room. Also, the cargo bay I actually made extra room for like, wait. Is that space for accessing docked container units? Kind of, yeah. I did like a garage area up here. So you can have like a ship here so you can be working on it or something. Very role play type stuff set up. This is was supposed to be like a bench. Like a workbench. Like someone made a bunch of machine shop equipment I plan on putting in here. Like doing a bunch of like machine shop like lathes and bandsaws and stuff someone did. I'm gonna put those in there. You go downstairs. We have more quarters. And then to this side you have the captain's quarters, which is a 4-bedroom or a 3-bedroom. Kitchen. 1-bedroom here with closet. And you got the master bedroom with bathroom and walk-in closet. And then another bedroom over on that side. Or it might just be a 2-bedroom with 1 bath or something like that. I haven't decided yet. And down here you have another bedroom with, it's just a bedroom, and then you have access to the Jefferies tube system, which is not installed yet. Then over here we have the the bridge, which is not finished, nowhere near finished. I still got to install the screens. And then we got back here, we have the engineering, which is done. Warp drive. Emergency red alert. Puts up force fields around the warp core. Drops a bulkhead. And we have
You're
like
gonna have to
like
make
an
a
office,
YouTube video that'll be a user's guide for this thing.
like an office.
I'm not kidding.
And then these ones over here in the engineering, they're just like maintenance hatches. Maintenance hatches. But yeah, it's looking pretty good.
You had the damage HUD in that room, right?
In the bridge or in the engineering?
In engineering?
It will be eventually. Right now it's all in the front of the ship. But
Oh,
I
okay.
I
thought
just
you
had
and
him.
Buck were in the engineering when you fixed that up.
No, that was the front piece. Which eventually it will get changed. Like I still gotta move all that around. 24, 32, okay. Two. $32.
I landed on Thades and still had access to my link container on Haven.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. $32.
Have the voxels on that thing rendered yet, or is
The what?
that what it really looked like?
The voxels on this bench?
Yeah.
That's what it literally looked like. This is what I've been working on, trying to make it like this. You're on a delay, so I'm looking at one of the little bars on it. That's what it looked like. The bar on the right hand side of the screen right now. I'm trying to thin them out and make a microvoxel, and I'll be probably changing this material a little bit. I don't want people to think that I don't like the design. I like the design. I'm just changing a little bit to fit my purposes.
Well, I mean, it needs some cleaning up, right?
Well, it's
We can all
also
agree on that.
right. Like the person that did this is pre-voxel tool as well, right?
For
So
sure, yeah. I'm not knocking anybody, but
I just want to make sure that the people watching know that, whoever built this, I don't know who it is. I'm sure someone in chat might know who did it. But I've seen it for a while, but I've always wanted to use it, but it was never really cleaned up and polished. So I just left it alone, but now with the voxel tool, we can actually clean it up a bit. That's not what I want.
yeah. And if anybody wants to understand pre-voxel tool, just go to Torden had a whole series of videos on YouTube showing you how to use a wedge.
Yep. The grandfather of voxelmancy.
Yeah, and a wedge will turn your brain inside out. Is Stormsteel coming back to the game, or has he come back to the game?
I think he's still got to get on and do some of his blueprints. But Stormsteel, are you coming back to the game after release?
Oh, I see you in chat. I just don't know if you're in the actual game or if you're lurking. Oh, I wasn't there. Maybe.
Oh, bro, he said it was. I know he said he had to come in and get his blueprints. Well, I wasn't quite sure if that indicated he just wanted to make sure no one that he could kept it. I mean, I would assume that's what he meant. But I'm investing DU. I am as well. DU has definitely consumed my existence.
Been a long haul.
It's been a long road getting from here to there.
I was on the first pre-alpha back in August 2017.
Well, you've been here even longer than I have then.
It's changed a lot. The pre-alphas, we had infinite inventories with infinite materials. If you ran out of cores or whatever, you just asked DU and they put like 10,000 of them in your inventory.
Yeah, before, after. I think it's cleaned up a little bit. Not perfect, but hey, it'll do. do this. I need a pivot point.
What are you trying to do?
Make a pivot point.
Oh, you're putting a screen up. Okay.
Nope. So quiet up in here.
Little too quiet, Dex.
Alrighty, well, it was a short stream, but I think we're gonna raid over to Serapis. He's up and going right now.
So he is. It's been there's always been at least one person streaming DU since the announcement.
Yep.
Have you noticed that?
I've been trying to get on early in the morning, but we had a meeting this afternoon, so I didn't start up in the morning because I didn't want to be streaming because I've been doing long streams, and I didn't want to put anything that we had going in stream.
Yeah, I missed that meeting. I wish I'd.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna raid Serapis. I'll catch you up, and then we can go join them.
Cool.
All right, so we're gonna get this raid started. Let's switch this over. /raid Serapis. Alright, everybody, I want to thank everyone for coming to hang out with me. It was a short stream. Hopefully tomorrow we can pick up in the afternoon, have a little bit of a longer one. Thank you for the follows. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you guys have a great day. We're gonna raid over to Serapis. Make sure you guys give him a follow if you haven't. And remember to refresh the stream, that way in case he doesn't get credit, he gets the viewership. And you guys all have a great night.